Hey everyone, today I'm working on a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm going to show you how to remove and replace a gauge cluster. Now you might have a cluster that the gauges aren't functioning correctly, speedometers quit working, oil pressure, temperature, something's not working on there, so you wanted to replace it. Now this particular one is an 04 model Grand Cherokee. It's pretty simple to replace. The first thing that you want to do is take the two screws out of the top right here. Is actually a really easy dash to replace. So if you get a salvage yard cluster or something to replace it with, that's how you do it. Then you'll pull this little cover off the bottom right here. If you pull it straight out, usually they'll come out pretty easily. Just like that. And I'll show you right here on the back side. It's got clip down here that goes over a clip on that side, and it's got another spring clip on this side that goes right into that slot. So there's only two on each side. Once you get those off, you'll take the two screws on the bottom out. Take the one on the opposite side out. Then you can pull from the top side of the cluster, just kind of pull it back a little bit, and then that cluster will come straight out. And once you get it out far enough to where you can see the wiring, then you want to unclip the wiring, get it off to the side. And as you can see right here, you just take the clip off, just push down a little clip, and remove it out. And there you see the gauge cluster is completely out. Now whenever you go to replace your gauge cluster and you get your donor one, whichever one you're putting in, you want to make sure that everything is the same on the back side. Now I normally like to check to make sure that all the dash lights are the same in the holes. A lot of times you see that like this one has a hole out and this one has a hole that there's no light bulb in, so neither one of these had the option for whatever that's lighting up, or the gauge cluster didn't have the option. But make sure that all your lights are the same, your connection's the same, and then you can go ahead and place it in. Now these gauge clusters normally will need to be programmed at the local dealer to show the correct mileage on them, so I normally try to get a gauge cluster that's close to the mileage that's on the vehicle. Now if your odometer is what's out on yours and you don't know what the reading was, I believe that the dealership can tell how many miles the actual vehicle has using the computer. So if you go in and get it reprogrammed, they can actually program the new odometer to match what's actually on it. But whenever you go to replace it with the new gauge cluster, everything is reverse process. You'll just get it up here close to it, go ahead and plug it in. Same way that you unplugged it, just take the plug in, snap it into place. Just like that. And then you'll work the gauge cluster into the location. If you put the bottom in first, then it'll usually slide back there a whole lot quicker. It has line-up pins down the bottom down there. Once you get it all the way back like that, then it's pretty much in its correct position. And then you take the screws and go ahead and remount it. So once you get all the screws tightened, after everything, you made sure that the cluster was centered and right in place, which usually they go in pretty easily. You don't want to crank down on these screws either, just snug them up. Then you'll go ahead and take your little cover piece and slide it back in here. Pop it in just like that, and it's all back in. So that's how you change the gauge cluster out on your Jeep Grand Cherokee. Anyways, everyone, I hope my video helped you out today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next video.